In this example, we will demonstrate the concept of multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance, there are more than one base classes. Okay, so one derived class can inherit the properties of more than one base classes. So in this program, we will create two base classes, base 1, class base 2. Okay, so these are the two base classes, although we can have as many number of base classes as we want, and this is the derived class. Okay, so how to inherit multiple base classes? Using a comma separated list. So public base 1, public base 2. In this way we can inherit as many base classes as we want. So now let us define this base 1 class. Protected int x. So it is having data member x which is protected, and in the public section let us have a function void show x which will display the value of x. Cout x is equal to x. Let me copy this in class base 2. Here instead of x, let us use y. Show y. Okay, and derived class. Derived class will inherit protected data members x and public data member show x of base 1. Similarly, it will inherit protected data member show y and public member function show y of base 2. Okay, and let us create another protected data member int z, and in this public section let us have a function void set int I comma int j, where x is equal to I and j is equal to y is equal to j. Is it valid? Let us confirm this. How many protected members are there? It is having z, its own protected data member, it is having x, it is having y. Because it is using the public inheritance, so the protected data members of the base classes will stay protected data members of the derived class also. So it is having z, x and y as the protected data members. So we are able to access x and y in the derived class. And how many public data members we are having? Public data members we are having are show x, show y. These are the inherited public data members. Plus we also have set, which is setting the value of x and y, and also it will set the value of z. Z is equal to x multiplied by y. Okay, and let us create a function void show. It will display the values of these data members x, y and z. So x is equal to x. Let me copy this Y and Z. Okay, and let us define the main function. In the main function, let us create an object of derived OB. Okay, so OB dot, can we access OB dot X? No, we cannot access, because X, Y and Z, they are the protected data members of the derived class. They are not accessible outside the class. Okay, so let us call set 10, 20. Set is accessible as it is a public public member function. Okay, and can we call OB dot set, show? Yes, this is also valid, because show is also a public member function. Okay, this is good, and let us run it. So X is 10, Y is 20, Z is 10 into 20, 200. And we also have these show Y and show X member functions. Are we able to access them? Let us run them, try to access them and run show X OB dot show Y. So show X is giving us X equal to 10 and show Y is giving us Y equal to 20. They are accessible because they are the public data members of the derived class, because we inherited base 1 and base 2 as public. But if instead of public we use protected, so let us make base 1 protected and see what happens. So OB.showX is now not accessible. Why? Because we are inheriting base 1 as protected. So all the members which are inherited, they will become the protected members of the derived class. So X is already a protected data member. Show X will also become the protected data member. And same will happen if you make base 2 also protected. So it is only giving us show X error, but if I try to comment it out, then it will also give me the show Y error. Okay, show Y is also inaccessible. Why? Because I changed the access specifier from public to protected here. So the members which were earlier inherited as public members have now become the protected members. That is why we are having trouble accessing them outside this class, outside the derived class. Inside the derived class, they are fairly accessible. Okay.